What's up, Rhino?
What's going on, Hedgehog?
I am just hanging out in my glory. In my glory. I'm sitting here in New Jersey, and it is a rainy, cool, mysterious Saturday afternoon out, which I love. I love rainy days. Like Shirley Manson, I'm only happy when it rains. And it just feels like the Halloween season right now. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And today something dropped, and I feel like, how do I be diplomatic about it? There was a lot of butt hurt, and they've said it's not your only chance. Don't worry, you'll be able to get another shot at these. I feel, me personally, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
So, yes, I know of what you speak. And you're obviously talking about reinforcements too. So the Four Horsemen dropped a sort of a surprise reinforcements wave. Of course, I had the honor of participating in some of the reveal there. And the initial sale went up earlier today. I believe it was 11 a.m. Eastern, I think.
Yes.
And the deal was it was a limited run, announced as a limited run of all-ins only, limit one per person, with the idea that, okay, this is not going to be nearly the only chance you're going to be able to get these figures. And it does look like a really great wave. I am super excited about it. I
Absolutely.
am one of the ones that are lucky enough to have one of them already.
Son of a bitch.
But they're going to have these figures at Legion's Con. So if you're going to Legion's Con, you can grab them there. And if you're not, if you've got like a friend or an acquaintance, I bet you could probably hook that up if you needed some. But then they're going to go on a regular in stock sale next year. I don't know when. I imagine fairly early, I bet, for that sale. So with the idea that it was a limited run today and the fact that, there's going to be additional opportunities to get them, it seems reasonable to have gone into today's sale with the idea that I might grab some if I want. I might not. And if I don't, I'm going to have another opportunity. So speaking for myself, I did not give it a shot. I love this whole wave. I want this whole wave. But I had not built it into the budget already. And it happens to be my daughter's birthday week. We have a Disney trip coming up in a couple of weeks. So, I held back and thought to myself, I live in New Jersey. I'm going to Legion's Con. If I can just wait a couple of weeks, I'm going to get all of the figures from this wave that I want, right? So I didn't try, but I understand some people had some kind of issues with they put their address in and they had to put it in more than once, or the address wasn't recognized or something like that. It sounds like it was a small percentage of people who tried. Reynolds says, hey, Reynolds, what's up, man? Reynolds says that he lucked out and he grabbed it all in. That's awesome.
Nice.
But a couple of people, or a few people, some amount of people said they had some kind of issue, which happens. Number one, whenever you're buying stuff online, sometimes there's issues and then you try to figure it out. But I don't know. It just seems like some people's reactions to like an online sale. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's like people like with conspiracy theories and things, and it's like, no, this is a company that's trying to like run a business, and ultimately they would like to sell as many figures as possible. I'm sure that is generally the goal, right?
And website issues. Yeah, website issues, they happen. No matter what company, Mezco, Valaverse, it happens, unfortunately, because I did go in on the sale and I was lucky to get one, and I didn't get that error. I got a error for my cart twice, but I was still able to, I guess, procure one all in.
Nice.
But I didn't freak out. If I got it, I got it. If I didn't, oh well. There's other chances. That's why I really wasn't worried about it.
Now I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you, Ryan. But that's a different issue. But I gotta be honest with you. I don't know. Like, listen, I feel like Four Horsemen have been very responsive to the fans'
Yes.
issues. They've tried to change things. They changed the whole store, and I don't know. There were multiple people that made posts earlier today that made complaints in the vein of, this is the kind of thing that's been happening, or since they changed over to Shopify or whatever. And I can't speak for everyone, but objectively, I think that's just not true. And the reason why I say that is my understanding is that the reason why they moved over to Shopify was because of issues they were having with the prior platform, right?
Yes.
And that largely that there haven't been issues on Shopify. I mean, I've never, like, in the years that I've been ordering directly from Four Horsemen, and we're going on 4 years now almost. And there's a lot of sales in that 4 years, a little bit less, whatever it is. And I've never had any kind of issue with a sale except for one of two things. One, them selling out quickly, which is
Mhm.
part and parcel of an in-stock sale. As a matter of fact, I think they've done a pretty incredible job with in-stock sales over the last 2 years in particular, as far as stuff not selling out in mere seconds, right? Like, for example, like the extremely limited summer 2020 in-stock Friday sales, which were very, very limited. Since then, I don't know that there's been a lot of issues. Like, even stuff that like sells out doesn't sell out normally in a matter of seconds. The only exception I can think of is the test shots, but a test shot is you're
Yeah.
talking about how many, 5, 6, 10, 12. I don't know how many I'm talking about. But point being, I don't think there's been a lot of issues with Shopify. If
I
there was
think it's great.
Yeah, if there was some new issue today with the addresses or whatever, I know that the Four Horsemen Studios came out and made a post about it, to try to answer some of the questions. It is what it is. The thing is, everybody that wants these figures is going to be able to get them. And if there was some kind of issue, it's just an issue, and it'll get fixed. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, if let's say if it was just a legitimate issue, something went wrong, and someone was affected by it, I feel bad for that person. But in the end, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I guess it was going to happen to sort of to somebody. And I don't even know if that was the issue here, because the greater majority of people that I hear weighing in on the issue just ordered, what they had to order, and it sort of went through. But I mean, really, I think the bigger issue these people have is that it was just a limited stock, right? Because even if you have an issue, if there's going to be more stock, you theoretically could fix the issue or whatever, and eventually you'll get it, right? But in this case, it was a limited run. They announced it as a limited run, and that's kind of it. But even if taking all of that into account, even if like you sort of get there and we're sort of affected by some kind of issue with the website, I don't know that my reaction would be to go make a post and say, I want to be seen. I want to be recognized. You know what? I'm getting out of this line. I'm selling all of my figures.
Well, that was just one of
Leaving.
the posts. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's so many.
feel like
There's probably some I didn't see, but go ahead. What else did you see?
no, the other, and we're not attacking anybody here. We're just saying that it
Speak for
is what
yourself.
it is. Okay.
I'm a,
But
I'll attack
he
as I see fit.
fair enough. So it made it seem like that the horsemen went out of their way to personally not sell anything to this person. And I like, how do you go from there's a website issue to them just not like it's not about loyalty. Shit happens. And there was a comment in the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me group. It's not for the faint of heart, NSFW for sure. They said, what does this guy think? The horseman woke up to purposely screw this guy over?
Yeah, I guess so. And like, I don't know. like I joke about it a little bit. Obviously, the Horsemen are not going to do that. They
No.
treat every one of their customers with a lot of respect, and I just feel like that's true. And I don't know. I just don't get it.
We
But
can
I
move
want
on.
to allow for maybe like the person making the post, maybe they've just got some other issues going on or whatever. So I want to account for that. But I don't know. I don't know how much I have to say about it. It just seemed bizarrely silly to me. That is my own opinion. That's it. But
Ridiculous.
yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. But you grabbed an all in.
I did.
That is interesting, my friend.
And I am excited. I can't wait. And they're ready to go, which is the nice part. There's no waiting. It's not a pre-order, in stock.
What are you most excited to receive?
The Gold Knight or I forget, the Black Knight Vamp.
Phalanx, I think.
Yes.
Not
that
Phalanx.
one.
Phalanx. Phalanx? Phalanx.
However I say it, I'm going to get it wrong.
It does look pretty cool. I mean, I'm very excited for the Gold Knight in particular and the new Vamp. The Relic Knight, I can speak from experience, is just a super cool figure, man. And it's cool to have another knight now among the ranks. The color is really cool. He is just a fun knight guy.
Oh, wait. I completely forgot the Silverhorn Sentry is in there. Not a dwarf, by the way.
Not a dwarf. So, okay. So I was texting with Ryan earlier. And so during the whole All-Stars voting, when the campaigning was going on for Silverhorn Sentry, there was a time in the past, not today, before today, that I thought the Silverhorn Sentry was a dwarf.
Same.
Not that I'm prejudiced against dwarfs in action figures. You'd never use that about an actual person. But dwarves in the Mythic Legions line, I'm not prejudiced against them. They're just not my favorite kind of figure. And once I found out that the Silverhorn Sentry was like a knight, holy crap. Now I understand why people were all jazzed up about him. That is a cool ass figure. And I'm so excited it's coming. Like, on the heels of getting so many members of Xylona's flock as part of the Alithia wave, dude, the Silverhorn Sentry fits right in there, and like right in there at like the head of the class. Like, and I'm not going to use. He comes with a dwarf head, and he comes with like that the knight head that's been used on a bunch of different figures, like the Sir Gerard head type deal.
Gorgo Etherblade.
Gorgo, yeah, Gorgo.
So many, yeah.
Ignatius. That's the one that I'm going to use because I think it just looks, it just looks so cool. So I can't wait. I'm a little bit jealous, but I just have to wait less than a month. Less than a month until Legion's gone.
4 weeks. Are you ready?
Yeah, like 7 days. No.
You're not ready.
No. But I haven't even looked at like what do I need to do to get ready, So I'm coming in, if all goes well and there's not any ridiculous flight delays, I'll be coming in to New Jersey from Florida sometime on Friday during G-Con probably. And then I got to get my family home to our house, get them situated, and then get myself situated and get my butt to Parsippany, where the hotel is. Yeah. Parsippany, East Hanover. It's like right, very, very close to each other there. So I don't know what time that'll be. Right now, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be like nighttime, so Friday night. And if I can make it earlier than that, that would be amazing. If I can make it there before G-Con is over, that would be insane. What's up, Jesse?
Jesse.
Patrick Boyle is in the house. Says I'm painting a head for a Sentry now. Let me see the head, Pat. What are you painting for the Sentry? I'm pumped up about it. He's like the Silverhorn Sentry looks like a character from like Game of Thrones, like from the Robert Baratheon's army. You know,
Yeah, I could see
like
that.
it looks totally cool. Yes. Hey, what's up, Allison? Yeah, it really like I don't know, like I don't want to spend too much of my time on it, because and I also don't want to like I don't know punt whatever. Uh, but it just seems silly, like to like this, like you didn't get an action
Heyo.
figure, so now you're mad. But I am hungry, and I could go for a Schmerber burger. Schmerber burger. I don't know how many people got that joke, by the way. What's up, Gregory? By the way, what's up, Greg? I can't wait to say what's up in person at Legion's Con. But yes, so for anybody who hasn't seen it, I did do a review of this guy on my channel. Oh, that's awesome, Pat. I can't wait to see it. And there is a little joking reference to Schmerber burgers in the review. And if you didn't see the 4-ish Horseman O'Clock live stream 3 days before then or 4 days before then, you would have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you did see it and watch it till the end, it's funny. So that's that. But also, this past Thursday, I had the opportunity to go to New York Comic-Con. Have you ever been to New York Comic-Con before, Ryan?
Yes, the last year I went was 2019, right before everything closed down.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when Mezco still had a heavy presence there.
Was that 2019?
Yes, it was the year.
Because I'm trying to think, because I've been going. I definitely went. It was probably 18 or 19 that I went. You know what? You might be right. You might be right. Because in 2019, the honest truth is, I don't know that I was looking for Mezco. I don't think if I was even familiar with Mezco yet in 2019, but I was there.
It was the year that they offered the Stealth Gomez and then the Batman Black Mask exclusives at their booth that sold out. Wow. I'd probably say like 11:30, and then their booth after that, it just empties out. Nobody goes over there.
Maybe that's why they don't go anymore. But it just sucks because, I'm from New Jersey, and Mezco is a New York company for anybody that doesn't know. And it's like sort of like their backyard, and they're like, it's like their home convention. And it just feels wrong for Mezco to not have a booth. And, Mezco, as I understand it, used to really do it up, with like the swag bags and everything, like, and it's Mezco. So, they would do that stuff awesome. And the fact that they don't do it anymore kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah. I guess it's better financially just to do like their Mezco Rumble cons, like those things, like the HasCon and all that. But they still show, Hasbro was there, right? Because I know they showed off Giant Man at NYCC. I saw a bunch of pictures.
Yes. So I mean, the reason why I thought for a second is because Marvel from Hasbro was there, and Marvel had a huge setup. And I've seen Giant Man in person. He looks pretty cool. I will say so,
too, right?
Huh?
Like the joints and stuff. The joints and stuff it's all pinless. It looked.
Yeah, dude. It looks really good. I think it's a good high slap. Huh?
No, I was talking about the Sentinel. I think the Sentinel's pinless. It's just me talking out loud.
Listen, that's what we do here. We talk. No, not dumb at all. But yeah. So that was cool. The funny thing was, I've gone to New York Comic Con a few times, but this was the first year I went in a semi-professional capacity. By day, I'm a lawyer, And like a lot of jobs, you have to take continuing education classes throughout your career. And New York Comic Con has a couple of official continuing legal education seminars that they throw every year. And finally, I was like, maybe I should just go, right? So I did that. So I registered and went on Thursday during the day from like 10:45 to like 2 something, and took a continuing legal education seminar at New York Comic Con, room 1C03. And it was awesome. It was awesome because I got my CE credits, which I need anyway. I was at New York Comic Con, and with the seminar, you get admission to the convention, you get a pro badge, and you essentially get to skip all the lines. You can pick up your badge at the industry will call and walk right in.
So, did you have to pay anything for the class? Like, was it just like a fee for the class and then the badge came after? Did you have to pay for both?
So the class was $200, and that price includes the badge.
Oh, nice.
But because it is official continuing legal education, totally legitimate, an official class, like you literally have to be a practicing attorney to register for the class, and they can check. You have to sign a thing that lets them check. And you get the CE credits that you actually need. So all that's legit. But because it's continuing legal education that I need anyway, that means my job will pay for it. So that means my job paid for the CLE. I got it approved and everything. And then I get a pro badge with it, which to me is a win-win.
Hell yeah.
And it was pretty
Hell
awesome.
Yeah.
But at this point, like, even if my job didn't pay for it, I think I would pay for the class myself anyway, because I'd still get the credits that I need anyway. And you get that admission, skip all the lines and everything. That's it's wild. Sorry. Oh, real quick. So the seminar or whatever ended by like 2:30ish, I want to say. And so I went right from there to the main floor to the Marvel booth, where there was like a whole crew of like toy YouTubers.
I saw that.
Yeah, so here we go. So here's some of the guys that were there. I ran into 16Shooter. Trevor was there. Art Gutierrez was there. I met for the first time. I met Toy Chase. Tony Pagan here, right in the middle here with the New York Yankees hat on, and he was the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. Like, super cool. We just started talking right away, hit it off right away. There you can see Dante from the Infinity Equation in the back there. Yimbo was there, from Yimbo Reviews Everything. The Figure Report was there. It was just awesome. There were so many people. Machu was there. If there's anybody I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. It was crazy. There was a whole group of people. We all just started hanging out and talking and chilling right away. And like that went on for a while. And then after a while, they were all going to a live stream, which I forget. Somebody had set it up. Maybe it was Machu. I forget who, but somebody had set the whole thing up, and they invited me to come along.
Between Two Sentinels?
Yes.
Is that the live? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So that was the one. And then they were super nice. They were like, "Yo, come on." So I was going with them. But then Machu or somebody said that, okay, so the live is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right. And right now it was about 3:30ish when we were leaving to go. And then I thought about it. I was like, whoa, the convention closes at 7. I just got out of my CLE. I just got here. I haven't even really walked around the convention yet, but I really want to go on this live stream with all these guys. That sounds awesome. Yeah. I was like, I got to go walk around the convention. I haven't even walked around yet. So I left. So I did not go on the live stream. Thank you for the invitation. I would love to have been on. But I was like, I got to go walk around the convention. So I went back and just kind of like made my way around the convention, looped around, checked out a bunch of the exhibitors. And it was awesome. New York Comic Con is a big, giant, crazy event. It's nuts. But it was cool seeing a lot of the people that I got to see, seeing a lot of things that I got to see. There wasn't a lot in terms of what I would call like toy reveals. Probably the biggest thing was Super 7 showing the inside of the 3.75 GI Joe Cobra mothership. Was the biggest new thing, I think.
So, nice. Are you going to be in on that?
I don't know. Not as of right now. So here's the thing. It's very cool. It's not even something that I was really thinking of, though. I'm looking over at like my GI Joe stuff. The Cobra mothership, for anybody that's not familiar, it's from like the initial GI Joe cartoon from the 80s. Like the cartoon in the 80s started out, I think, with 2 different like mini series. And the Cobra mothership was, I believe, in the first one, this big giant spaceship. Here, I'll pull something up in a second. And it was never made in toy form until now. But now Super 7 is making it in their reaction line. And the reaction figures, of course, are 3.75 figures. So this vehicle, which is really a playset, which is made for 3.75 figures, obviously is also compatible with your O-ring figures. So if you have like vintage O-ring 3.75 figures from the 80s and early 90s, or even if you have like 25th anniversary from the 2000s, things like that, they are absolutely compatible with this vehicle, which I will pull up in just a second so we can take a closer look. Here we go. There we go. So this is the Cobra mothership. So it's a big giant, essentially looks like a big giant alien spaceship, made in the same vein as like a cobra, like a hooded cobra, right?
Yeah. So what was that's killer. Even this is digital renders, right? Like, did they have a physical like prototype there yet?
They did. Oh. As a matter of fact, what's the easiest way to do this? Oh, I bet I can do it like this. Hold on one second.
So this is still pretty badass, if I can be totally honest with you. But yeah, I'm not a 3.3 or 3 3/4 guy. 3.3. Jesus. You tell I'm tired.
Okay. All right. So I think this is the way to do it. I think I can do it like this. So I'll just play this with the volume down. Maybe we'll turn the volume up a little bit.
Oh, dude, that is crazy.
Tell me if that gets annoying. Yeah, so that's the so the inside of the ship was revealed today. So yeah, so it basically like it's a giant like mothership, like a flat spaceship looking damn thing. And but you take the tops off, the tops are removable. It comes with like little stands which look like, like rockets or exhaust fumes of it like taking off or like holding it up. So it can sit on those, and it basically just turns into a giant playset. It's sort of, to me, is evocative a little bit of the Ghost in like how you would want to display it. Like you'd want to be able to see the thing from up top, right, and put figures all over it. But it's 100% compatible with the O-ring figures. They had at least one O-ring figure or 25th anniversary figure there. Now the thing is, it is
$495
bendy, so it ends up being like a $600 thing because the price is $495, so the price is $500 plus with tax, and it's $100 for shipping.
Yeah,
$100 for shipping, so that's $600. Woo, that is pricey. Now, the Cat's Lair was $650, right? And
Yeah.
shipping was $50, right? So with tax, it almost ended up being almost like $800, right? So shipping is a lot more for this than it was for the Cat's Lair, and the Cat's Lair is essentially 1/10 scale playset.
Yeah. That seems odd to me that would be $100 shipping for that.
I think shipping, number one, must have gone up since then. And my guess is maybe they took a little bit of a bath on ship. I don't know this. This is just speculative. Is that what's up, Trevor?
Trevor,
again, one of the guys that I ran into on Thursday, and ended up going out to dinner with Trevor and Marco and Jeremy from the Legendary line. So the guys behind the Meta Travelers Kickstarter. We went out to dinner, and they brought along a really cool guy that I met for the first time that night, and we were just hanging out, talking, just having dinner and stuff. And it turns out this guy Andy, that Jeremy and Marco brought along with them, was like one of the co-creators of like the modern Guardians of the Galaxy team in the comics from Annihilation.
That's so badass.
And it was like, well, that's cool.
That's awesome,
I'm just hanging out. We're talking, whatever. And you're a co-creator of the modern Guardians of the Galaxy. How cool is that? I have a YouTube channel. So, yeah, so that was awesome. It would have been cool to kind of go back, but it was one and done for me for New York Comic Con this year. But I got another good look at the chromed out Silverhawks out of the package, and they look in person so good, so shiny and good. Jesse, yep, Andy Lanning. That's and he was like the nicest dude in the world, and we just like, he was super cool, and like we were just hanging out talking about how awesome all my videos are. No, just kidding. He doesn't know about my videos. We didn't talk about it. Yeah. So yeah, so that was awesome. That's the kind of thing like you can experience by going to a convention. Like those kind of things just happen. So it was awesome. Also, I did get to see the Legendary figures in person for the first time, and they look pretty cool.
Actually, did you back them?
I did. I backed them for a 3-pack. They have a level where you can sort of like back a 3-pack, and then when it's over, you get to pick what 3 figures you want. Did you?
I did. I backed for 1, but I might, if it's backer kit, I might add like 1 or 2 more, because I'm not 100% sure like what money's going to look like, because I'm still trying to save for Legion's Con.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Just I can do this. Yeah. So I was going to pull up some of my pictures, but to be honest with you, they have pictures which are better than mine. So I want to use those. Here we go. So they have some pictures of some of the actual prototypes that they posted on their Instagram, they being, Meta Travelers, the Legendary line. And I will say some of them look very cool in person when you see like the mixed materials and soft goods that they come with. They did a really nice job with these guys. So here we go. So Meld Master, sort of like the blue translucent ice guy. He's my number one favorite, the guy I needed to get.
Yeah,
he looks
translucent.
Exactly. He looks there. You can see some of the mixed materials.
I like the weathering on the cape.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it looks nice, right? We'll beat up here at the bottom.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and that's Andy Lanning right there. So I don't know how they know him, but he was like signing autographs at the booth, I guess, on Friday. I think he ended up arriving. Met with Marco and Jeremy at the booth they were at Kevin's booth in New York Comic Con. And I actually did like an interview with them that was really cool. But the audio is not great, so I'm hoping to do something else with the video and get it posted before tomorrow, or at the latest tomorrow morning, because the legendary Meta Travelers Kickstarter closes tomorrow. So here you can see some of the figures here, including Meldmaster in the front, who's my favorite, and then the 1980s Spuds McKenzie cooler guy in the back here on the left. And up top, I think this winged guy was one of the stretch goals, and they hit. They unlocked all their stretch goals.
Fully funded.
It's fully funded already, so it's totally happening. Like, look at the cloth goods on that.
Yeah.
In combination with some of like the metallic paints, and then like the muted magenta or purple, it's going to be tough to pick 3 of these guys.
Yep.
Here you go. Quick Jack.
And it looks like it doesn't. It's not that crazy for that design either. Like the sculpt is what I mean. Like I honestly love that paint job.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and it holds up because really up until now we've mostly, if not exclusively, seen like renders, and the renders made it look really cool. But it's like you're hoping that the design of the figure holds up when you go from render to physical prototype. And to me, I think they really did.
So I think, don't they have another translucent figure? What's going on, Curtis? Here to take over.
Yeah. Welcome. I don't know. I think the blue guy, Meldmaster, was the main guy that's translucent.
Oh no, I think it was the red, like, quote unquote,
yeah, I know
team builder. I think it was just his arms, not the whole figure.
Is it? Oh shoot! But side note,
click on that one. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So,
geez.
This guy, I don't know how many have seen this guy before, but he is absolutely incredible. And the thing is, like this cape looks like, this is a render, right? This is a render, but this looks like, I think it's a render. I'm pretty sure it's a render. But the idea is that the cape, even as designed, looks like, looks like a crazy giant Spawn cape, right? And that it would be obviously, right? Apparently, I believe this this cape is supposed to be like soft goods and wired. Like, how insane is that?
I'm in. Yeah. And it forgive me if I'm wrong, it's C. Jessam who's doing the prototyping, isn't it?
He may be. I don't remember. I don't remember that for sure. I mean, it would make sense because the Horseman had a hand in designing the figures, or some of the figures. And Joe Viteri is involved with the line as well. So there's some connections there. So that would make sense, and I believe that's true. I just don't have a specific recollection of that, but they look really cool. And I will say it's definitely something that, number one, it's something I was already backing.
Yeah.
And after seeing them in person, if I had not already backed the Kickstarter, probably would, because I think they look really cool. So I would strongly urge anyone that's watching this live to check it out on Kickstarter. 1 second here. How easy is this going to be?
1 second here. That's because you went Super heavy on the centuries, dude.
Here we go. Nice. All right.
Curtis was saying there's a lot of saltiness in the cabal today. Yeah,
I heard.
a lot of butt hurt.
Sorry, I'm trying to find
Oh, I didn't say I disagreed.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. But I was trying to get to their Kickstarter page. Here we are. So there we are. We are at the Kickstarter page. The goal was $125,000. They're knocking on the door of 170 right now. 27 hours to go. 27. So I guess that means 8 p.m. tomorrow, right? 8 p.m. tomorrow is when this thing closes out, right? 27 hours to go. So, oh yeah, here we go. Premium action figures made with the creators of Guardians of the Galaxy, that's Andy Lanning, and designed and sculpted by the experts, Four Horsemen. So there you go. So that's very cool.
Yeah. It's I'm not gonna lie, I was on the fence about it at the beginning because I didn't know if it kind of spoke to me. But after seeing like more and more figures, I was like, yeah, I definitely can get behind this.
Did they already talk about Lion Flynn? I'm not familiar with who that is. Certainly you're not talking about Uncle Bri, Curtis. Uncle Brian. Yep, I did do another really quick interview with Brian Flynn from Super 7 at NYCC and put it up on my YouTube channel earlier today. So check it out if you want to hear about the Cobra mothership directly from Brian Flynn's lips. That is currently up on my YouTube channel.
It's just for you, Curtis. Subpar 7. Jesus, who are you, Bobby Vala?
But yeah, there's a bunch of other cool stuff too. They, for any Super 7 fans out there, not Super 7 haters, Curtis. They had Ghost Jaga in the case. He looked awesome. They had glow-in-the-dark Chitara. They did a glow-in-the-dark Chitara for Super 7 Ultimates, Thundercats. And I did not order her because I'm like, I don't need another variant or whatever, even though I really love glow-in-the-dark. And it's like a yellow glow-in-the-dark, which is definitely different. Seeing it in person, she looks very cool. She looks very cool, too. I think the upcoming Thundercats waves look awesome. So
you getting it? The glow-in-the-dark speaks to you.
I assume it's still. I think the direct pre-order from Super 7 is closed for her.
Gotcha.
But I would imagine, much like a lot of other Super 7 Ultimates, even if it's an exclusive, it's usually not difficult to get it later if you really want it. But the glow-in-the-dark figures have been getting pretty pricey.
And I feel like if you catch it at the right time, it may or may not go on sale.
Yeah.
I feel like Amazon had quite a few of them at a pretty good price.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking about figures that were retailing, depending on when they went on sale, anywhere from $45 to $55, right? They went up to like 55, like 10, but they had a $10 price increase, like a year ago or something like that. So, and you can, like, over the last year, not consistently, but a couple of times during the year, and then last year, like during the Black Friday, starting around this time, and now just recently, like you were saying, Ryan, Amazon and other places have had some on sale for like $30, 35, some really good prices. So it's cool. So some of that is shown in the other Super 7 video I did from New York Comic Con. I did like a little booth review Oh, but the audio sucked on that too. Stephanie says she's using Curtis's tears to salt her mashed potatoes. Ooh, mashed potatoes are a good idea. What time is it? All right. All right. So this might seem like a weird spot to end, but I actually have to go because I have a dance pickup to make from around the corner at 5:15. Even though I know I'll probably get there, and she won't want to leave for like another 10 minutes or whatever. But I did want to at least hop on for a little while. Enjoy this rainy afternoon with all you guys. Ryan, any additional thoughts?
No, if you haven't, make sure you are subscribed to my man right here.
Man.
Give him a like, share the hell out of all of his videos. He's got great content, and I appreciate everybody stopping by.
Thank you, Ryan. That was very nice of you. And also, again, for anybody that's watching this, oh darn, my wife's texting me about dinner. That's a good thought. Because I'm hungry now. But I want Sonic. I'm gonna have to wait for that though. But all right. So yeah. So also anybody else that's watching this live right now, if you're still here, or if you're watching us on the replay, first of all, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Keep an eye on the channel, just like Ryan said. There'll be more fun stuff coming. But on Instagram at Toy Goofin' Gons, at Toy Goofin' Gons is my man Ryan's Instagram account. You got to check it out. Subscribe because Ryan is one of the best young toy photographers out there today, and he's on the come up. I'm not joking. I'm not saying that just because Ryan's my friend. Ryan, I truly believe that your work is fantastic. And he's one of those guys that's putting in the work and really cares about it and puts together some cool photos. So check him out at Toy Goofin' Gons on Instagram.
Appreciate the kind words, my friend.
Sure. All right, man. All right. So I got to run. I got family stuff to do. Got to do what a man's got to do. So thank you again, everybody, for stopping by. Ryan, thank you for hanging out with me again a little bit. I know we'll be messaging later on. So until next time, remember the number one rule. Be cool.